If they don't have this vocal chain in the studio, they leave. We request that in every studio, and if they don't have that, we go somewhere else. They are very hard on this vocal chain. They were not playing when it came to capturing Future vocals. So Future woke up in a new Bugatti and he frankly didn't get out of it. He has been very consistent over a decade now. But what's behind that sound? We've done our investigation and we found one of Future vocal chain, and it is a whopping $10,000. What's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my home studio. I am your host, Archie Beats, and today we have a treat for you all. We've actually done our investigation and we found one of Future's vocal chain. Artists have many vocal chain, and the type of vocal chain that we are covering is the recording process, the capturing process. How do they capture the vocals? Hey, but we're going to discuss a few plugins that they use too to get that Future sound. And who vocal chain should I do next? Comment below. Also, I'm going to give you guys my opinion and my perspective on why they chose this particular piece of gear for Future's vocals. If you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you won't miss any other videos. Thank you. And also keep in mind, we do not need expensive gear to create great music, but it's always nice to invest in some quality gear so you can capture a quality sound. But hey, you can also create a great song by using budget-friendly gear. And the cool thing about this vocal chain is I'm actually talking on the microphone now, but I also have VST versions of the outboard gear that they use as well, and we're going to discuss that later to give you guys some more affordable options. Without further ado, let's get to it. First thing first, RIP to Future's late engineer Seth Firkins, who actually put this information online and discussed this information. So rest in peace. We really appreciate the work that you put in, Seth, and all the contributions that you have given. So I was able to actually find this article on Sound, and this is actually inside the track of Future's Draco. This is so interesting how they got that sound. It's insane. And it's a very common vocal chain, but they went off a little bit because normally there's a different pre and a different organization when it comes to this particular vocal chain, especially in rap music. So the microphone is the Norman U87 AI. Firkins says that he records Future with the Norman U87 majority of the time. They request one when they go to the studio, and the reason why I think they chose this $3,600 Norman U87 is because it's just transparent. It's hot. It gives a great quality signal. You can capture a lot of dynamics with it. My first choice, my first dream mic, and I actually invested in it because of that. It was a versatile sound. I worked with them a lot when I was on the road. The U87 is just a very transparent and safe play. Some people don't like it, but it really is a safe play, really, on the vocals for sure. And an inexpensive option for that would be something like the TLM 103 right here, which is transformerless. It's not as hot, but it is pretty detailed, and the capsule and the diaphragm size is the size of the Norman U87. So that's actually an inexpensive option, which is a third of the price. So, and there are a lot of great microphones out there on the market that are inexpensive, that sounds really great, and you can actually get mic modelers out there, such as the Townsend Lab Sphere and also the Axino from Antelope Audio. These microphones are not that expensive. The Axino is around $400, $300-400 compared to $3,000 or $1,100 for the TLM 103. And you can really make some great music with this stuff, man. Technology is advancing. Don't get so caught up with the specs sometimes. Just get in the studio and just record some great music, man. Record what makes you feel comfortable. And I promise you, that energy will translate over to somebody out there. So keep that in mind as well. They went from there into a Neve 1073. The Neve 1073 is around $4,000. The Neve Pre 1073 is a very vintage, hot sounding pre. As a matter of fact, it is my favorite pre and versatile pre as well that I like to use. If it's available at a studio, most likely I'm gonna use the Neve 1073, or if we have like a Chandler TG2 or something like that. As far as the pre, you guys are listening to the exact order. The Norman U87 going to the 1073, and we're gonna talk about the next part later, but the Neve 1073, Universal Audio offers it for about $99 versus paying $3,000 for it, and it is very close. I was using the Universal Audio 1073 for years before I purchased my 6176 and also my Neve 5211. I was using a straight Universal Audio with my U87, and the songs came out really great. So it's a safe play. Universal Audio has a 1073, and all the information is listed in the description below, so y'all check that out as well. And then they went from there to the TubeTech CL1B. This is a great compressor. He said, we request that in every studio. If we don't have that, we go somewhere else. They are very hard on this vocal chain. If they don't have this vocal chain in the studio, they leave. We request that in every studio, and if they don't have that, we go somewhere else. They were not playing when it came to capturing Future vocals. So the CL1B, Universal Audio, and TubeTech offers a great version of this. It's to spec as well. As a matter of fact, like I said, you guys are listening to the Norman U87, the Universal Audio 1073, Neve 1073 from Universal Audio, their version of it, and going into the TubeTech CL1B from Universal Audio as well. Keep this in mind as well. Presets are just a start. They are not the end all. When you get a preset or any type of template, you build on top of it, and it gives you some starting point. It's a guide. It's not the entire story. And next, let's talk about some plugins for Future sound. One of the most important part of Future vocal chain in the box is auto-tune. And we listen to Future's music. One of the most important elements of his vocals is not just the compression and the EQ and the sheen up top, but it is auto-tune. Future actually used auto-tune and a 3/4 note delay, and the reverb is set to 12 to 15% in the mix and 12 milliseconds pre-delay and the regular room sound. It's very simple, and they used auto-tune 5 for this, for Draco. Of course, they recorded in Pro Tools, and then they used Pro EQ for like the 808s, and they put a transient on the kick drum. Futures, yeah, they went pretty crazy up in here. So yes, I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about Future's vocal chain or any other Future's vocal chains, comment below. We're gonna do more Future vocal chains. The more we find, the more we will give it to you guys. So I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment below if you have any questions, and don't forget to check out the gear in my home studio. We have a lot of cool videos coming up, and hey, don't forget, you don't need expensive gear to make great music. Just get in there and start recording. Don't forget to be great and create. This is your boy Archie Beats, and I am signing off.